pool tournament, the APA, is at Westgate. I think the first actual like day of the tournament is in 2 days, but they get here in advance, and they should be in the poker room tonight, if not even like yesterday or the day before. So as long as I'm going to play there to play with the billiards personnel, and today is the first day of the Westgate week as far as promos go, thought I would try to get 30 hours in the next 7 days at Westgate, which will 30 hours is $200 in rake back. You just show up the weekends, Sunday, it's Monday to Sunday, and then you show up, I think Monday evening, you could collect your 200. Also, throwing this in just because I'm close, I don't really love any places to eat in Bellagio except for the buffet. Huge selection. I feel like the quality has gone down a little in the past 10 years, but still a huge selection. And I'm 8 hours away from having enough in comps to go to a brunch buffet at Bellagio, which is $55. So do the math. I need 16 more dollars. So I've played about 20 hours at Bellagio this year, $2 an hour over there. So I have around 40 in comps. I need about 15 more, need about 8 hours more. So put that in there. Also, Wednesday evening through Sunday morning, figure as long as I'm kind of doing this challenge, I'll play 15 hours at Bally's to get into their Sunday player appreciation tournament. I played Bally's a lot in March and early April, and then barely in the last 2 weeks, needed a change. But figure I could go back and get 15 hours in between Wednesday and Sunday. So that's 30 plus 8 plus 15, which is 53 hours. Then I thought to make it an even 60 and show you guys some places I usually am not playing. In addition to this, 7 hours combined at Red Rock plus Golden Nugget. Now, that could mean 7 hours at Red Rock, 0 at Nugget. It could mean 7 at Nugget, 0 at Red Rock. But two places I don't usually go that I will if I succeed in this challenge. So that's what we got going on. 4 things. 30 hours at Westgate, all in the next 7 days. 30 hours at Westgate, 8 hours at Bellagio, 15 hours at Bally's between 5 p.m. Wednesday and 9 a.m. Sunday, and 7 hours total somehow divvied up between Red Rock and the Nugget. All right, day 1 of the challenge. Walking to the monorail, staying in Harris right now. Walking to the monorail, the plan. Late start, so what's the time, like after 5? Plan is to play Westgate for everything it has tonight. There's no point, literally no point, in going to Bally's yet, because it's not Wednesday evening yet. Hours today wouldn't go towards the PAT Sunday. That's the one I'm gonna play. Not thinking about Red Rock or the Nugget till like Thursday, Friday night, when I think there will be more traffic and an opportunity for better games just because of the choice. And that leaves Bell and Westgate for these first 2 days. All right, quite the swing and a miss, because if you can see all these people behind me outside the poker room in this roped off area, that is a tournament held for all the people who are organizing the billiards tournament. So they're in town. 90 people are in this tournament right now, some in the poker room, most of them out here, but there's no cash games. No cash games, no list. Played 5.3 hours, 5 hours, 18 minutes. Tomorrow should be plenty of cash tables going at Westgate. Tomorrow I do need to change rooms, so I'll be out playing early. Probably come right here, play the 2.7 hours, and get the Bellagio criterion done, and then change rooms, and then go to Westgate in the evening. Solid plan for tomorrow. All right, just woke up, just put my rice in, check out in about 90 minutes. So I am gonna let this rice cook. I'm gonna eat it, clean it, get everything out of my room, and go play Bellagio. It has been a while since I walked out here in North Valley and Bellagio. That was a great table, great daytime table. Is there a way to get to the sidewalk here? Yeah. In Bellagio, table 40. I got sat on table 36, which was the same thing as just being asleep. So I could hear some conversations, even though I don't live short-handed. Moved to table 40, which was only 5-handed at the time. We did fill up eventually, but just that. Those 5. That was a great table. So I got the 8 hours, stayed a little more, stayed like a half hour more. I was willing to stay a few hours more, but the table's kind of dying down a little bit now. 1 of the 4 criteria done. I gotta get to my car, get to Rio, and eventually start playing Westgate. Ready? Is everybody ready? Everyone ready? there it is. I gotta go to Westgate, just play Westgate for deep into the night. That's about it. Still no point in playing Bally's, not until tomorrow, 5 p.m. All right, 1 table going, 5 on the list. Thought there'd be like 4 tables going. All right, got over 5 hours in. 5 hours, 9 minutes. So far this challenge has been solid, not amazing, but the next 4 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, big days. Tomorrow will be an early start, has to be. You'll see why tomorrow. And yeah, told you the hours and the minutes, and I guess this is gonna be a wrap on day 2. All right, I'm awake. I'm in my Rio room, and if you could see that sign right there that says Gold Coast, that is my commute. Got to walk over to Gold Coast, do a 2 to 3 hour HR orientation type of thing, and then I don't know, edit, play poker, do whatever else I got to do today. All right, did HR stuff. Need to go to Orleans later, get my badge and possibly schedule, and I don't know how many more administrative things will happen after that, between that and my first day of dealing, but I'll find out later. All right, went to Orleans, got my uniform, 1 shirt, and yeah, next step, like a poker room orientation type of deal. Don't know when. Gonna head inside, get some hours, almost 5 o'clock, so a lot of hours here, then some hours at Bally's. All right, 6 hours, 24 minutes at Westgate. 3 1-2s going, and a mixed game. I walked by, there were 2 boards, and everyone had 5 cards. I don't know what they were playing right now, but 4 cash games, 4 cash tables total. But I need, today and the next 3 days, I need to average 6 hours, 13 minutes, I think it was. When I calculated it, my car is definitely somewhere. It's over there. So yeah, so I got 6:24, slightly ahead of pace. I would love 3 hours at Bally's right now. All right, got 2 hours, 27 minutes in. Solid start. I think my average for the next 3 days needs to be 6 hours, 9 minutes at Westgate and 4 hours, 11 minutes at Bally's. So doable. Could have been much worse to start off these first 3 days. You really got to be suspicious of a shake that doesn't need to be refrigerated, right? But I'm in Bally's, gonna try to break up the Bally's today a little bit, play like an hour and a half here, take the monorail to Westgate, play like 6 hours there, then come back, finish the night at Bally's, try to get another 3. And yeah, today, after today, just really like 2 more days till like a chunk of this challenge needs to be done, so gotta get going. All right, failed to film a couple things, but at Westgate now. Played Bally's, every minute matters. So I played 9 minutes of limit while I was waiting, and then I played an hour, 16 minutes of no limit. Took the monorail here to Westgate. Trooper Thursday, those guys are in there. I'm probably not gonna play that table. I think more of the pool players are dispersed among the non-trooper tables. That is the monorail that was just here on the platform, so I have about 10 minutes until the next one comes. Kind of frustrating. There was a guy who handed away like $1,000 and like quite easily. Sometimes there's money like for the taking, but it's not so easy to get, although it's definitely going to be like available. This money was quite easy to get. You just basically had to be in a hand against the guy and have a pair. Twice I was in that scenario, willing to get all in under any circumstance, except a third guy in the hand had something much stronger. All right, so at Westgate, I lost like an hour, 20 minutes to pace. 2 hours, 46 minutes right now with the hours I played here in Bally's before I went to Westgate should keep me on pace for the Bally's hours. And then hopefully tomorrow, get ahead. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day on short sleep anyway. Might as well try to get ahead and set up a reasonable Saturday and just leave like Red Rock for Sunday. I just played 4 minutes at Bally's, not hours. I played 4 minutes. Started a new game, hated it. Hated the table, but also, you know, if something needs to be a casualty this week, it's going to be Bally's. All right, 8 oats in the sportsbook. Got kind of late. Checked out, walked down to the sportsbook, ate my oats, and now I'm in the real parking garage. My car is still here, always a plus in the real parking garage. And yeah, just a few minutes after 11 here outside Westgate. So I actually thought for a while yesterday about whether to start at Bally's or Westgate. Decided on Westgate. I'm here. It's so much more important to get the Westgate hours. All right, played 4 hours exactly, so I need like 9 and 40 minutes, something like that. So gonna go check into the Airbnb. I'll be back. Probably see you back here, right in this spot, in about 2 hours, but wearing different clothes. All right, made a little bit of time. It's like 6:16, a little bit of time than I thought I would. Not back in the surface lot in the parking garage. Alright, played exactly 8 hours in this second session, so combined with the first, exactly 12 hours today. For one, been a while since I played a 12-hour day, so got a lot of hours in. I need around like an hour 50, 2 hours, an hour 45, something like that, to hit the 30 here. So tomorrow I'll do the same thing I did today at the beginning. Get my name on the list before the room even opens. Be on the first table, game starter bonus, 20 bucks, and play the 2 hours, and then I should be at a game in Bally's by like 2:45. All right, in this wind tunnel that is the Westgate parking garage. It's 12 o'clock exactly. Should be starting the table like now. Pretty confident I'm one of the first 9 names on the list. So if I get to the table in time, I'll be one of the first players. I think it's like an hour 48 minutes, should definitely do it. I asked them to check my hours for the 30. I know in my records I'm at about 28.2. The floor just said I'm at 25.9. Guess somewhere during the week, like someone changed seats and I got like logged out for a couple hours or something. So nothing I could do about that. I need to play about 4 hours here. All right, gonna try to say all this before I get outside because it was really windy before as I walk through these people buying cake on my left and here for a wedding on my right. But I was right about the hours. So I was told 25.95 hours when I got here. I played 4 hours, 4 minutes. Checked the hours on the way out, expecting to hear 30.01 or something, and I was told just now 32.67, which means yes, I walked in and I was at like 28.6, not 25.9. So I don't know what happened. Normally I wouldn't care, but I could be at Bally's right now, already having played 2 hours. All right, 5:27, finally made it here. Got 11 hours and like a few minutes to hit the 15 at Bally's. All has to happen right now. All right, just played limit for like 3.5 hours. I was playing no limit. I was on Yavin's table, gave him a shout out weeks ago. We were on the same table today. I just couldn't take it. It's weird, the places in Vegas that are like 9-handed, usually people go and they like play for more than like a half hour at a time and they don't leave for really long breaks, and you're actually like playing at a full table. For some reason the places that are often 8-handed are like attracting people who love playing like 30-minute sessions, or like putting their chips down, playing for 10 minutes and then leaving for an hour. So we were 6-handed most of the time at no limit and I couldn't take it. Played 29 minutes. It's especially bad after playing Westgate all week where you're like pretty much full the entire time. Even real late yesterday we got down to like 7-handed every once in a while and people just show up and fill the game. So after playing 9-handed all week, I couldn't take playing 6-handed instantly. So I left the no limit table after 29 minutes, played limit, just played 3.5 hours. Our table broke down. There is another table going. Maybe when that table gets a seat eventually in like a couple hours, I'll go back, I don't know. But I was enjoying like playing at a full table where people actually wanted to like play and stayed in their seats. So I still need 7 hours. This day is not ending. I played my first hand at Westgate over 9.5 hours ago and I still need 7 hours here at Bally's to get into the PAT at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm here. There is a seat open, so I'm gonna go take a no limit seat. Here are my chips. And yeah, I'm not tired. I'm kind of tired of playing like 5-6 handed all the time, but I'm not tired just like in my head. So I'm awake, I'm here, and I need 7 more hours. So I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Never say I never did anything for you guys. I did this. This was a very long day. I was switching. I don't even remember where I left you off. I think I left you off. I was about to go play, or I just sat at a limit table. I played 29 minutes of no limit, and then I said I was going to start playing limit. I played like 3.5 hours of limit. There were 2 tables going. I played, you know, I was on one of them. I was on table 9, and we broke. The other table was full, so there weren't seats to keep playing limit. I went to no limit. I went to table 5, which was a pretty good game. But after like 3.5 hours, the game got shorter and it got worse. We ended up breaking, and there were no seats on the other no limit tables. There were seats on the remaining 4-8 limit table. So I went back to limit. So I played, I guess, about 90 minutes. I played that final limit table until the high hand promotion ended. That's when the limit games break. And then that table broke. I went to play no limit again, table 6, asked for a transfer to table 8, got it. Table 8 got short. We got down to 5-handed. We were still playing. Then we got, at 5-handed, one guy racked up, another guy racked up. We had 3 of us, and there were 2 seats back on table 6, the only other table going in the room. We drew for seats. Historically, I am atrocious at drawing for seats. I drew the king of spades, which is the 4th best card you could draw, and I got a seat and played my final, whatever it was, hour. But I qualified. I'll put the picture up right there. Proof, 15.06 hours at Bally's, according to the Bally system. So I qualified, got my 15, and let's cross off one more criterion. 3 of the 4 are done. The only thing left is Red Rock / Golden Nugget. I wish you could see me like a couple hours ago. I was really dragging. I think finally getting these Bally's hours, which were such a chore tonight, like actually accomplishing that and getting to go back to my room is like cheering me up, is like giving me some energy here. So I'm sure I'll crash in like a half hour or something. But the time, it is after 5. I need to be back here for the PAT at 10. All right, slept about an hour 45 minutes, a great hour 45 minutes. I was asleep very quickly. It's like 9:50, and now I am about to cash this PAT, then go to the supermarket, then check into Excalibur, then play these last 7 hours I need to play. Start at Red Rock, end at Nugget. That's the plan right now. All right, I cashed. I'll give a shout out now to Eric. I'm playing with Eric for a few years. See him a lot here, see him a lot at MGM. Yeah, he was 2 tables over in the PAT. He crippled the guy, but that guy ended up taking out the one person we needed to go on the last hand. So also give a shout out to Kidwell, who I always thought didn't want any shout outs, but he's been requesting them lately, so shout out to Kidwell. All right, I'm in. I'm in Red Rock. I'm 6th on the 1-3 no limit list. Recently went from 1-2 to 1-3. I am 3rd on the 4-8 list. I don't think I'm going to play Nugget. It's Cinco de Mayo. I wasn't thinking this all week, but I just heard a radio commercial in the car on the way here. There's like more festivities on Fremont going on today than a normal Sunday because it's Cinco de Mayo. All right, I promised you guys like a slideshow of sorts about everything going on in the Red Rock Poker Room. First thing, the felts, all of them had this Las Vegas Knights logo going on in the middle. So I liked how the felts looked. Also, cards. If you're wondering, cards are not jumbo at Caesars, Nugget, and Bally's. They are, so just normal non-jumbo cards in Red Rock. Also, the chairs, very comfortable. Leather, And yeah, they adjust up and down, one lever. Sometimes you get chairs with the 3, not in Red Rock, but very comfortable chairs. Also, just wanted to throw in this picture. Pocket 6s, limp shoved. It was the 6 seat over there, we're 8-handed. He limp shoved pocket 6s, and you see right next to the circle, he hit a 6 on the flop, so that was hilarious. His plan worked out perfectly. The drink trays, I actually love these. If you could see this bulkier one up front, it's a V shape. So it doesn't take up a ton of space if someone wants it right by his or her side. Also, back there, you could see another one, not as bulky, but also a V shape. So it kind of fits well between 2 seats. Sometimes we're at a table and like 2 people have drink trays, and it's as if we're like playing 10-handed because the drink tray is taking up so much space on the rail. Not at Red Rock. Love those drink trays. Here, this is a little confusing. So normally, white chips are $1. There's $1 and $2 chips here, but the white chips are $2 chips. Always confuses me a little bit. First time I sit down after not playing a lot at Red Rock. And then we have the grays, which are $1. And then, of course, reds, still $5. Nice chips, just that white and that gray, and the ones and the twos messes me up a little bit. And bathroom in the poker room. The only other place I know is Wynn. Sometimes they're close. Like Sahara's very close. Bally's is very close. Sometimes they're not all that close. Like Caesars. Like some other rooms, not particularly close. But MGM, not one close. But restroom in the poker room in Red Rock. And last picture, this guy looks like he was eating some nice Mexican food, but he was using a fork to eat his rice. He does not know that rice is a spoon food, and his life can be so much better. I did it. Long weekend, very long last 3 days. I did it. Cashed out at the Red Rock Poker Room. I'm near the food court. I did it. So you knew when and where I was playing, but you didn't know the profit loss, so let's go to that graphic first. All right, here we go. Nice background picture, and here's the chart. Gonna show you everything. So, first day was the day I went to Westgate. They were having that tournament, so then I went to Bell and just played Bellagio. Solid win over at Bellagio. Next day, I was able to play Bellagio before I changed rooms, or while I was between rooms, and then went to Westgate at night. So, solid, real good day at Bellagio, not great at Westgate. Then on the first, Westgate and finally Bally's. I was in the qualifying period for the Bally's PAT, so a couple of small wins. Then on the second, it was Westgate and Bally's again, and Bally's that was when I played 9 minutes of limit, because every minute counted. I was on the wait list for no limit at Bally's, so I played a little bit of 4-8 limit at Bally's. Not great day. That was the day at Westgate. That guy was just really giving it away, and I could never get a heads up with him. Then Westgate on the 3rd, May 3rd, that was the day I played 4 hours before I checked into my Airbnb, and then 8 hours after. And I said in the video, wins on both sides of the Airbnb check-in. Then on the 4th, that was the very long day. So that was Westgate, and then Bally's, going back and forth all day between limit and no limit. Not a great day, but the key there was that I was able to pretty much break even in limit, which I was worried about because I just have no idea what I'm doing in limit hold'em. So minus 31 was not bad for me. And then on the final day, it was just Red Rock, limit for like 2 hands, and mostly just a nice long 1-3 session at Red Rock with some good results there. So there's all the money. Did I meet each criterion of the 4 criteria? All right, so this was the full chart where I left you off. So let's put the 4 criteria on the left and cross them out when or if I meet them. So first thing is Bellagio. So there are the 2 Bellagio sessions, and you can see it adds to 8.42 hours. There you go. So I could cross off Bell on the left, just like that. Next is Westgate, and if I put a rectangle around all the Westgate hours, there they are. Totals 32.35 in my records. It was 32.67 as far as Westgate's computer was concerned, but either way, over 30, so I can cross off Westgate. Then, this is the kind of asterisk, but it counts Bally's on the left, HS for horseshoe, but I still call it Bally's. All the Bally's sessions, there you go. according to my records, which are stricter, I have stricter rules than the Bravo system in Bally's. I played 14 and a half, but like I say, I ask for a table change or the game breaks, or like you start a game, you're clocked in for slightly more minutes than you're actually dealt in. I only count like dealt into the hand, and so I was 15.06 in the system, even though for me it was 14 and a half, but I got into the free roll and I cashed, but whatever. Getting into it means I broke 15 as far as the Bally's computer was concerned, so cross that off. And then Red Rock, just the last day, everything at the bottom there, you could see that it adds up to 7.4 hours. The requirement was 7, so I can cross off Red Rock. And finally, the hourlies with and without the promotions. All right, different background picture. Hope you enjoyed this one too, just like the others. So, limit hold'em, not going to bother calculating the hourly. You could divide 26 by 4.92 if you want, but that was roughly break even, and glad to only lose that much in a game that I never play. No limit. It was 1-2 and 1-3, just combining them together. The no limit section. Playing the game, $686 and 57.75 hours. That comes out to about $11.88 per hour. That is before promos. So there were 3 promos. There was the $20 game starter bonus. There was the $200 rakeback for playing the hours at Westgate, and a profit of $185 in the Bally's PAT on Sunday. So total, with the promos, $1,091 in 58.88 hours, added hours for the Bally's PAT, and that comes out to about $18.53 per hour, promotions included. So, there you have it. Successful challenge. And remember, rice is a spoon food.